Hi Stephen.
Hello.
Just after the game at the weekend, I just wanted to touch on something Conor Goldson was talking about when after the game he was talking about how it was sort of like a European style performance at the weekend in terms of how you set up. That's obviously something you've worked on for 2 years. Going into the game tomorrow, like how happy are you with how second nature that seems to be with the players now?
Yeah, well, I think we're at a stage, being here for just over a couple of years, so the players should know what we're trying to do in terms of our philosophy, how we play, the non-negotiables in possession, out of possession, how we set up against certain teams, and you know, we do adapt from time to time and try and tweak certain things subtly within that, but the players seem to know what we're trying to do very well now, and the good thing is as well, we can make changes to personnel, and the people that are coming in know very well as well, so I'm really happy where we are at the moment.
The opposition are going to have fans in the grounds, a few thousand in total. Do you think that's fair? It's within the rules, but do you think it's fair on your team?
Yes, I mean we welcome supporters in the stadium, we welcome an atmosphere. It was very strange at the weekend, and it has been strange playing in front of no support, so I think the players and from my point of view we certainly welcome supporters in the stadium. We're looking forward to a different atmosphere. I've played in this stadium before, and when it's full it's a fantastic place to play football, a wonderful stadium. But at least we're getting somewhere closer to where we want to be, and that's getting fans back in when it's safe to do so.
Hi Stephen.
Hello.
Glenn Kamara was one of the stars of the show at the weekend. There's been talk, I think you've spoken before, about offering him a new contract. Is that process going to be sped up just in the back of the sort of praise that he's getting interest that will now sort of follow on from that?
I don't know is the answer to your question. If it was my decision, the answer would be yes. I've made my feelings known to Ross and the board on that situation. Glenn's been fantastic for me since day one, but he's grown and he's evolved and he's improved and he's listened to different areas of game where we felt we could, you know, shape him and help him to become a better player. But he's the one who's gone out and really worked at his game, both in and out of possession. He's in a fantastic place, playing with confidence. He was superb at the weekend, but for me he's been really consistent for much longer than that. So Glenn's in a fantastic place, and we want Glenn around us for as long as possible. So everyone knows my feelings on that situation.
Hi Stephen, we've seen today obviously the outbreak in Standard Liege, 4 or 5 players missing. How much of it is it important for you to get the players focused on their game and not be distracted by maybe, you know, disruptions that are going on within the opposition camp?
Yeah, I think very much so. We come here with our own game plan and try and focus on what we're trying to do and try and hit a level close to our best, because that's how we're going to have to go about it. We're coming against a very good team, a big squad full of talented players, so I'm sure they'll cope. Obviously it's not ideal for them from their point of view, but we're here to do a job. We're here to try and take maximum points. What it does do is obviously maybe the team that we thought might have started might change in a couple of areas, so we have to be ready to adapt to certain situations. But yeah, we're very focused on what we have to do.
Hi Stephen, how much are you looking forward to the options that you look as if you'll have at your disposal over the next few weeks with Jack, Rigo and Ruth coming back to fitness, and then eventually Stingo joining in as well?
Yeah, listen, the squad's in a real good place at the moment. We still need to get Kamar and Joe Rebo up to speed. You know, Joe's missed, was it 10 weeks, I think it was, off the top of my head, and Kamar missed maybe 5. So they'll take a little bit of time to get back up to 100%, but I want to try and get them up to speed as quick as I can. The squad's in real good shape in terms of health. Everyone's fit and available. There's only Katic who's not with us at the moment. So I'm really happy and excited to work with a full group of players, because for the last couple of months it's been frustrating not being able to pick certain players who are very good players and who would have helped us.
Hi Stephen. One of the most
impressive thing about the performance at the weekend was the way that the players seemed to go out and almost perfectly execute the game plan. How important is that level of tactical discipline when you get to this higher group stage in European competition?
I think it's the only way. I think this is a level that will certainly find you out. It's a level where you can't carry individual players in or out of possession. I think the players, through the experience of the last couple of years, know that. Not only our best at this level will get us where we want to get to, but I have to pay credit to the players. The majority of the time we've gave them a task and a job and a challenge through the qualifiers over the couple of years, and when we're faced with a stiff challenge like tomorrow, the players have more often than not delivered. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how we play tomorrow.
And in the last couple of seasons, you've played a lot against a lot of different European teams, different systems, different styles. How much does that help the team evolve and achieve results like the one you did at the weekend?
Well, I think the players have got a lot of belief and confidence from the experiences and some of the challenge that we've managed to get through over the last couple of years. Winning against good players and good teams breeds confidence and belief. You can show the players the evidence, when we debrief games and when we've come through against teams where no one's really give us a chance. We can watch that back and really find the reasons why we've had success against certain challenges and teams. So yes, I think it's been a major part of us growing and evolving as a group, is coming on these Europa League challenges and managing to get some real positive results, which is great.
Hi Steven, a lot has been made about Standard Liege's good sort of European home record over the years. How much an achievement then would it be, obviously, to come away with 3 points tomorrow night?
I think it'd be a real big victory, but I think the players are going to have to work ever so hard to get that victory. Standard Liege are a good team with a good coach. They have a real aggressive way, the way they come and press. They've got a strong pedigree over the years in Europe, a good home record. Certainly over the last 10 games they're in good form. So we're under no illusions. This is going to be really a real tough night. But we come here in a good place and we accept the challenge. We're looking forward to it, and it's going to be a fascinating game.
You mentioned it, but you played here more than 10 years ago. Do you have any remember of these 2 games against Standard in this stadium? Yes, I think it was 12 years ago.
Yes, I came on as a substitute. I can't remember the reason why I was substitute. Maybe I was coming back from a layoff with an injury, but I think you can see it's a wonderful stadium. I like the way it's designed and built, where it's really high and really steep and really close to the pitch. I remember the atmosphere being fantastic and being full. Standard were a very good team. I remember Steven Gerrard sticking out, was playing really well in that game. So it was a great experience to be here. I always get a fantastic welcome over in Belgium, so it's great to be back. Unfortunately, not just for me, but for all my players and everyone connected with Rangers, we won't experience that wonderful atmosphere, which is a shame.
Other questions? Do you know something about the current team of Standard?
I know a lot about them. I've watched probably 5-6 games in the last 72 hours. I don't think it makes sense for me to wax lyrical about any individual players. They're certainly a strong team. They've started the season really well. They obviously sit 4th in a very competitive league. They've manoeuvred through the European qualifications similar to ourselves, and we know how difficult that is. We think they have some very exciting players in the forward positions. It'll be interesting to see whether they go with a back 5 like they did at the weekend, or whether they go with 2 central defenders in a back 4. Maybe the current COVID situation might change what they do, so we have to be ready to adapt. But we certainly come here full of respect and expect a real tough game.
Did you ask any piece of advice to your ex-teammate Jelle van Dam, who played here a few years ago?
Good question. I think that should remain private. I won't mention any individuals I have spoke to, but the answer to your question is yes.
Simon Mignolet?
I won't name any names, but I have a few Belgian friends who I played with alongside. You have to work it out, unfortunately.
Good evening, Coach. How do you see the hierarchy in this group? Rangers are coming from the third pot.
Yes.
Would you say that Standard and Benfica are favorite and you are outsider? Or
I don't think the pots lie. So the pots don't lie. We have to go off the pots. So we're third favourites. That's no problem.
You trained here. I think it's an habit for you to not train on the ground for the home team. Is it not a disadvantage for your team to not have landmarks on the pitch?
I don't think so. I think in the current day, most pitches are very similar. It's not like it was maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, where you come and there's the pitch is in a bad state. The pitch is in good condition. We prefer to rehearse and practice in our own privacy, as far away from the game as possible, so the players can recover and they can relax and really focus on the challenge ahead. It's just something that we prefer. But we always make sure that we come to the stadium to visit so the players can walk on the surface and get a feel for the stadium. But that only takes 5-10 minutes really. I don't think you have to play football in a stadium to get a good feel for it. I think the players are going to be excited because I think it's a real impressive arena to play football in.
The fact that there's several players that tested positive this morning, is that a worry for you that your own players might?
Not just because of that news. I think in general, as a manager, you always have a concern and a paranoia about the virus. I think everyone in the world at the moment carries the same concerns and worries. We wish all the players that have got the virus well. We hope them a speedy recovery. And you know, hopefully the rest of the players that are competing tomorrow and everyone that's at the ground, it goes away and goes home safe. That's what we wish for.